Now let's turn our attention to delivery of good governance. This time, the Lagos State government has reiterated its commitment to strengthening collaboration between federal and state parastatals operating within the state. This was echoed by the Secretary to the State Government, Abimbola Saluhundein, who represented the governor at the maiden edition of the Lagos State and Federal Parastatal Summit held in Alausa in Ikeja. She says the ultimate objective is to institutionalize a lasting culture of coordination supported by streamlined processes, innovation, and technology driven governance.
It's the very first Lagos State Federal Parastatals Summit at the Adeyemi Bere Auditorium, attended by the Secretary to the State Government, State Head of Service, and all heads of parastatals in Lagos at the federal level. The event, organized by the Lagos State Government Parastatals Monitoring Office, provides an opportunity for government at both levels to collaborate and enhance efficiency across parastatals.
This summit is about strategic and timely coming at a moment when the demands of governance increasingly require collaboration, coordination, and collective responsibility. The Parastatal Monitoring Office, by mandate, serves as the channel for transmitting executive decisions and directives affecting all parastatals, conveys quarterly engagement with the state chief executive officers, and acts as a critical liaison between Lagos State government and other tiers of government on parastatal-related matters. In this context, today's engagement is a natural extension of our responsibility to promote alignment and shared purpose across institutions. Lagos State remains Nigeria's economic nerve center, hosting a significant concentration of federal and state government parastatals operating within the same geographic and socioeconomic space. Yet, despite our shared objectives of service delivery and development, limited coordination has often resulted in policy duplication, overlapping mandates, inefficiency, and underutilization of our shared resources. These gaps ultimately affect the quality, speed, and impact of service delivered to our people. This summit therefore presents a valuable opportunity to bridge institutional divides, encourage structured engagement, and foster practical collaboration between federal and state parastatals. It is a platform for honest dialogue, knowledge sharing, and co-creation of solutions that will lead to more harmonized development outcomes.
The State Head of Service, Olabode Agoro, described the summit as a significant step towards redefining service delivery and restoring trust in public institutions.
The theme of today's event, enhancing efficiency, accountability, strategic governance across state and federal parastatals. It speaks directly to the heart of our governance challenges. It also announces intent and declares that business as usual is no longer sufficient. Parastatals are not peripheral institutions. They are delivery arms of the government. When they perform, citizens feel their progress, and where they fail, it weakens confidence in government. Under Mr. Governor's leadership, Lagos State government has continued to demonstrate that public institutions can be efficient, accountable, and innovative when clarity of purpose meets discipline of execution. This summit, therefore, provides an opportunity to deepen that culture across state and federal lines through collaboration, shared learning, and institutional coherence. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, efficiency today means lean processes, competent personnel, and intelligent use of technology, while accountability demands transparency, measured outcomes, and consequences for failure. Strategic governance requires leadership that plans beyond immediate pressures and builds institutions that outlive institutions. To build institutions that outlive individuals. Very important. As the head of service, I reaffirm our commitment to a professional, ethical, and performance-driven public service, one that supports government developmental agenda and delivers real value to the people we serve.
One of the keynote speakers, Professor Larry Bale, believes that collaborative governance is highly needed for effective service delivery.
Government that collaborate on systems based on digital system must also collaborate on human capital. This summit must therefore not end as a communique. Having had experience in both private and public sector, a lot of summits ends with communique. And once it is advertised in the newspaper, that's the end. No. I am a believer in action learning. I'm a believer that every summit must lead to action items that the PMO office must also monitor to be sure that it is happening. There must be clear action points with clear responsibility, who should be responsible, who should drive the process, who should be accountable, who should be consulted, who should be informed, who is the primary sponsor of each of the things. There must be time-bound resolutions. There must be named institutional owners who drive that process. There must be mechanism for follow-up and review. And on quarterly basis, the PMO office should be giving report to identify some things that were assumed at this summit, but we may no longer be working after about a few quarters. So we must have mechanism for follow-up and review. Sustainable collaboration is not an event. It's a discipline. We must therefore move from dialogue from this summit to action.
Delivering the governor's address is the secretary to the state government, Abimbola Saluhunde, who explained that governance can no longer be pursued in silos but through alignment.
In today's governance environment, governments are no longer judged by intentions alone, but by measurable outcomes. Our citizens rightly expect institutions that are efficient in operation, accountable in conduct, and strategic in vision. They demand, and rightly so, prudent management of public resources, seamless policy implementation, and timely, impactful service delivery without unnecessary delays or duplication of effort. This summit has therefore been convened as a platform for honest reflection, constructive dialogue, and decisive action. This summit provides an opportunity to critically examine our operational challenges, identify areas of overlap, and agree on practical mechanisms to strengthen collaboration between the federal and the state parastatals operating within the Lagos state.
The final area that I want to talk about is
This new phase of alignment between Lagos and federal parastatals will go a long way in achieving the federal government's renewed hope agenda that will be beneficial to all Nigerians.